Let go with my soul. I feel it in my soul. Feel it in my soul. I feel it in my
Connecting the community through gospel.
The new 107.9 FM, W300EB,
Macon, and WDDO 980 AM, Perry, Macon.
This is how I had a wreck, and this is how I got my check.
All right, get a check. All right, get a check.
Call Parsley Johnson and Associates, 478-257-6266, 478-257-6266, and get that check.
Glover Memorial Mortuary, located at 3241 Houston Avenue in South Macon, serving you and those you love with a personal touch is their motto for service. Sympathy, understanding, compassion, patience, and discounts available to lighten your financial burden. Dr. Walter Glover and staff are here to serve you and your family with a personal touch. They specialize in pre-need arrangements and cremation services with discounts given to every family with or without adequate insurance. Glover Memorial Mortuary, serving Macon and Middle Georgia since 1993. Wendy Hollis, the name you know. Yes, Butler Toyota, 4580 Riverside Drive in Macon. Everybody knows Wendy. She's making buying automobiles and riding easier just for you. No money down, no payments for 90 days. Over 500 vehicles in stock. Oh my, the choices. Wendy has been serving the Middle Georgia area for over 23 years. Wouldn't you call her a pro? Yes, she's a pro in seeing you ride out today. Wendy Hollis, the name you know. Call her today at 478-476-1770 or 478-808-0440, 478-476-1770 or 478-808-0440. Wendy Hollis.
Pastors, the community is in need of a word. We need church. Bertice and Don are pastors, and they understand the budget of ministry. Yes, they have a budget-friendly price for your church to be aired on 107.9 FM and 980 AM WDDO. Call Vertice today and let's get your ministry broadcasting immediately. 678-800-3976. That's 678-800-3976.
Middle Georgia, help welcome to the WDDO Sunday lineup, the Mount Lebanon Missionary Baptist Church, Reverend Dr. Henderson Carswell, from 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. And Macon Call to Action with Mr. Alec Habersham, Sunday evenings at 5 p.m. until 5:30 p.m. Don't miss it right here on 107.9 FM and 980 a.m. WDDO.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980 AM, the Glory Media Group, LLC, WDDO AM, its staff, management, or advertisers, but are the views and opinions of the participants of the broadcast.
Middle Georgia, she's back on live, the historic night WDDO. All of a sudden, let's go live into the studio with our host, Brenda Sutton.
And hello. And Merry after Christmas.
And Merry after Christmas.
Merry after Christmas, Johnny.
Hello, everybody.
And what's up with you? Johnny running. He on time and he running. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm always on time, actually.
Oh, Johnny.
I've never been late.
Johnny, I got a question.
You all should see the looks that are on Emily's and Brenda's faces. When I just simply tell the truth, I'm never late. I'm always on time.
Oh, okay.
I'm even early for the next time.
Well, that's where the lie come in right there.
You know, it's a word for that. It's called
Hello,
religion.
everybody. Happy holidays to each and every one of you. I hope that everybody is well.
Let me tell you something. If their holiday was anything like mine, okay?
Oh, Lord, this sounds adventurous.
You know what it was? I'm not going to go into detail, but I am going to say I had drama upon drama for the holidays. But, praise God, it's okay. But it was so bad, we were looking for Anderson Diner, okay, Johnny?
Oh, yeah.
We were looking for Anderson. Because I'm serious, because I didn't cook on Christmas. And y'all know
you were supposed to be gone.
Yeah,
I didn't go any place.
Now, look.
We were looking, Henry talking about, hey, babe, where Anderson Diner at? Because we need to go get a plate. I'm like, I don't even know where it is. I said,
it's on Eisenhower.
Where
the old IHOP was.
Yeah,
I did not know where it was. And I know people were coming in there getting plates.
Man, they were over there. I just left from over there. They're over there now.
And were they getting plates? They were selling plates on Christmas, weren't they?
Yeah.
I know they were, because a lot of people like me missed. I mean, Emily, I missed her big time.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, we'll talk about that off air because you had a whole plan on. Guys were gonna go to, was it Columbus?
Columbus. We had a whole plan. We had a whole plan, and we did not do anything. Listen, I
got
need
Denver's hair done and everything.
I did. I need y'all to hit that share button.
Yeah, hit the like and share button.
Like and share because
and call in. Give them the call-in number.
Okay, the call-in number is 478-250-1444. Again, that number is 478-250-1444. And Johnny, it was, it started with that. And then I want all my listeners out there, I need y'all to say a prayer for Henry's sister, Les Williams. I think her name is Lessie, like Lessie.
Mm-hmm.
I need y'all to say a prayer for her. She is in the hospital, and it seems as though that it is, and they're saying that it's stage 4 cancer, but I don't really know. I haven't heard all of it, but we're waiting to get conclusive evidence of it. So, but still want you to say a prayer. So, we had all of that, that was going on, and just stuff. So I was like, oh, Jesus wept.
Well, my grandma used to say, if you don't know that something's going on, that means you dead. I'm just saying, it's always going to be something going on. Well, as we are speaking of including people in on your prayer list, please I'd like to send prayers out for Mrs. Anderson of Anderson Diner, Sharice Anderson. She's been having some medical issues lately, but she's such a good person, such a good lady, and we just always want to keep her in prayer. And so many people, they've been in this community with their restaurant for about 40 years. And and there's so many people who support her and know she's such a kind lady. And during the Thanksgiving time, they lost their mom, Mrs. Wash, and such a great lady. And so other than the emotional struggles, which I'm sure the entire family is already having, and then she's having some medical issues, but we feel like God is going to pull her through and make everything all right. But she and her husband, Pastor Dexter Anderson, have worked so diligently to get that new location up and running. It is running at 1224 Pioneer Avenue. Going by for that good home cooked food. You know the difference. That food is cooked with love. Going over there, you might find Taisha over there. You might find Yasmin. You might find London or Miss McElroy, and you find Larry and the gang over there.
What about will they find you though?
Yeah, they can find me over there. Yeah, trying my best to give the best customer service as possible. It's a very clean environment, and we invite everybody in. One thing that you hear when you walk in, somebody from the staff says, welcome in. And we really do mean it. We want you to make this your home. We want this to be your home away from home. We take great care in our presentation and the product that we serve. So we are very mindful that we are serving this Macon community and surrounding areas. And we want to say we appreciate each and every one of you. And do know we will not be closed on New Year's Day. We will be open even on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Absolutely.
Hey, Emily. Now, I know
from 11 to 6. I forgot to say that.
11 to 6.
From 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Emily, and you was over there selling soap, weren't you?
I was. I was open all week last week. Well, yeah. We are closed on early on Christmas. It actually didn't close early. I was intending to close early on Christmas Eve, but I was just that busy. Now I anticipate, few people will come in for last minute gifts and stuff, but people literally, I opened at 10 on Christmas Eve. People were waiting on me at the door.
That's awesome. We got to get you over to Anderson's too when we have different little things.
Yeah, we've got to
introduce that community
shops,
to your product as well.
A pop-up shop or something, because that's we've got to be coordinated and working together so that we can take and do our and also big shout out to the Glory, because they charter buses and stuff.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask.
The Glory takes long trips.
Man, yeah, they do. Y'all better when y'all need a bus. I don't know the bus number, but I know that you can call in on this number here, share you how to get.
Absolutely.
He be taking people to the casino and stuff. I ain't.
You know what? Sometimes just too much information. TMI, isn't that what you call it?
No, but he does take them every place. and they're good drivers though. You know what though? I would go on the bus with them because they're really, really good drivers. And
Good
things
recovery.
Like,
Good recovery.
What I just
Great recovery. But they
Boy,
you
I'm in
is
trouble
smart.
now.
You is special. Now listen, everybody, do know that you can go to the Glory page on Facebook and find us live right now. So if you want to see us, you can see us right now. We're also on what else? We're on Twitter.
Twitter, and then 107.9. Y'all in the car.
Yeah, on the cars, 107.9 FM.
I heard we was pretty funny. People be driving up on curves and stuff.
Yeah, sometimes we get real sick because y'all know I'm silly anyway.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm just silly anyway. I've seen enough tragedy in my life.
Me too.
I decided that I'm going to find some joy in everything that I can. So that's what my motivation is.
I'm trying to tell you. This year, last year we really had a good time in talking about Cat Williams bringing in the year of truth.
The year of truth.
And by the way, it's still coming now.
I think it's going to be the next year. It's going to be the year of more truth.
I ain't lying.
Man, did y'all see Ray J?
What?
Trying to act like P. Diddy was a saint or something.
No.
I went to his party and he ain't never did nothing like that. I don't know why them people, it's a conspiracy.
He is clout chasing. Bless his heart. I have did an all call.
Did you see
Instagram?
it?
I said, Brandon, please come get Ray.
You saw it?
Yeah.
I was like, what is he doing?
Please come get your brother. Please
You didn't see
come
him,
get
Brenda?
him.
No.
Man, AJ, what's his name? Ray J.
Ray J.
Man, he was just, I'm like, what? And then he had his shirt off.
No, he didn't.
Had his shirt off and grabbing his private area saying that, no, man, these parties were, up and they were clean.
He's cloud chaser. He's been having issues. Seriously though, real talk. He's been having issues probably for the last year.
Yeah, mental illness is real.
For real.
Illness.
It's something going on with him. And people, Brandy, I think she's almost threw up her hands with her brother. Sometimes you can help people with mental illness, but when they have
we don't know that he's being diagnosed with.
Well, this is what I'm saying. When you have mental illness coupled with narcissism, coupled with arrogance, and coupled with being a millionaire.
I was gonna say, and we put money with that.
Yeah. So a lot of that, we joking, we teetering when we're saying mental illness, but all of those other things, from the arrogance, the narcissism, the money, that's pretty much what he's suffering from, his own arrogance right now.
What's up, Crawford?
But you know what though? He and this P. Diddy thing is just, it's gonna be exposing a whole lot of people. But I think it's exposing a lot of things behind the scenes.
But you know what I also think about it, and I have no proof of it, but I began to think, at first I was all in this one charge about my way of thinking, but then I stopped and slowed down a minute. Because everybody was saying like, oh, that person's been involved. All these other people were involved in. Man, the list is probably long and it's probably a bunch of big names. And then I said, wait a minute though. If that is true, then that means that there's a big army of people who can put together a very great defense team. Because if all of these people, they're not just protecting Diddy, they're protecting themselves.
Right.
And I said, if it's that many powerful people on the list, I don't know how things are going to turn out with this thing.
This is what I'm going to say. There are a lot of powerful people, quote unquote, right?
Yeah.
But if I can turn you state's witness, that's all I need to do.
Well, yeah.
If I can get you, and basically, Brenda, I want you to testify against him, and that'll get you off the hook. What is Brenda gonna do? Sing like a songbird.
She gonna sing? No, you ain't gonna sing. She's gonna be singing.
Sing like a songbird.
I ain't lying.
I don't feel no way.
So P. Diddy, Brenda and Emily gonna tell on you.
I'm a snitch.
I mean, that's what happens a lot of times. If they really want to bring down the head person, which is him, all of those people that were implicated, all they're going to do is literally snitch.
Make a deal.
And not even so much snitch, just say, yes, this is what happened. Yes, I was in this environment, and they're gonna get them off.
I saw him do it.
Yeah. They just want to get him.
And by the way,
with the RICO statute, with the RICO
there
thing.
you go. And it's too many high-powered people that are on that list that are not going to allow themselves or the other high-powered people to be implicated. So they done got together. I always call it the cigar and brandy rooms. They get together in them rooms and be like, okay, listen, this is what we gonna say. This is what you gonna tell the DA when the DA come, because at this point we gotta protect ourselves.
Yes.
So they're gonna tell it on him. They,
I think
so.
The
list is long, just like Jay-Z was saying that he had his attorney come out and have an official statement saying that he's never been friends with P. Diddy.
Yeah, that was like weird.
Yeah.
And it's like at this point now we're more interested in what's going on with Jay-Z, because now we know you're lying.
Yeah,
you're
we've seen you on a zillion pictures. Yeah, a zillion places.
I'm talking about popping bottles together.
Yeah, just chilling.
And this is prior to the all-white parties. This was back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Y'all were building empires
there
together.
You go.
Yeah.
Y'all literally grew up together. Yeah. Y'all built the empire together. Like, stop it. You trying to distance yourself, and I get it, but it's too late.
It's too late. And I think that we're going into this new year, and I guess they just want to make sure that they ain't going to jail. But that ain't how that thing work. You know what I mean?
Well, it works. It just don't work like that for us.
So, speaking of the new year, what do you think P. Diddy's vision for the new year?
No, what is his New Year? What is his New Year's resolution? Because
Emily packed her bags and is about to leave, y'all. Come back, Emily. Don't leave. Don't leave.
But
I think it's a legitimate question. Don't you think? But don't you think? I mean, they probably ain't giving him a regular ink pen or something, because that could become a weapon. But they probably gave him a piece of chalk. They gave him a piece of chalk, and they probably said, "You want to write down your vision on the wall?" I just wonder what P. Diddy's vision is for 2025.
But you know what though? The sad part about
staying alive.
You ain't lying. But you want to know something?
Yeah.
I just, for those, a lot of you guys out there know that I'm the director of mediation, and I have to sometimes do mediation with inmates. And so I don't know if you know that, John. So I actually go into the jail, and they put me in a little holding room, and they bring the inmates out. And I'm like, it's something to hear that door slam behind you. You know what I mean?
It'll make you humble.
Yeah, it'll make you humble. And then when you go in that little room and they have you, because I sit across the table from them, like an attorney room and stuff like that. And but
you got the glass in between.
Oh no, I ain't got no glass. I have a guard though.
Oh, okay.
They have the guards that are looking in, and I'm like, I can't imagine going from opulence. We're talking about, I don't know how many square feet his house is, but I can imagine
25,000.
About 25,000 square
just
feet.
Pure decadence. Yeah.
And toilets and nice
bidets.
But a toilet and a bidet and a soaking tub, and then you got the shower with the several.
Now some of our listeners might not know what a bidet is.
We'll circle back.
We'll circle back to a bidet, but they got that shower head that's got that shower room that they're in. They've got about 4 or 5 shower heads that just skeet all out. You know what I mean? That come out. Yeah.
We try to keep Emily here.
Stay, Emily, stay. That spray out, Emily. That spray. Our audience know that spray out from. And so to go from that type of opulence is what I'm saying. To go from sugar to you know what. Okay. That right there is something.
That's the second time I don't put my purse back down.
I can imagine what it's like for P. Diddy. I bet you his vision is simply to have a private toilet, is what I'm alluding to. Okay. Cause he got to go to the public. Ain't no doors and stuff up in there. They've got, we talking about his, see, Johnny, you started. Johnny.
Brenda said that P. Diddy's vision for 2025 is, Lord, please give me a private toilet. Oh my goodness! I'm sorry.
I had pulled them off.
My tickle box slipped.
I'm
trying to pull it together.
Crawford,
We just being silly
Crawford,
today.
Wait a minute, Crawford. You know what? He know because he see them prisoners. He bring them into the jail. He bring them from the jail into the courthouse and stuff like that. There is no private toilets. If you are accustomed to living this lifestyle, even those of us who just have a toilet with a door on it, okay, I ain't talking about 4 or 5. I'm talking about just just in your house, and you accustomed. How long P. Diddy been living like that?
Oh my God!
At least 20 years.
I'm trying to worm my way out of this.
But my point to you is,
what is it, bro?
You was the one that was talking like crazy.
I know, but I'm trying to get out of it.
But let's get out of it.
Okay.
Let's just
maybe his vision is that Donald Trump will pardon him.
And you know what? Let me just say, those are not federal charges. Some of them may be federal, but if Donald,
because the RICO, that's a federal charge.
Yeah.
If Donald Trump pardoned him, it is only to help him get to, help him get into the black community. He would think that by pardoning somebody like P. Diddy, then all the black folk would be loving him and voting for him.
Which is crazy because this is a unknown or unwritten fact. A lot of Black people don't care for Diddy. Actually, it's a lot of people that really don't like him.
I think he's very arrogant. So, but
for whatever reason, but for some reason, they're like that about P. Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
They're like that about LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, because I love LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was better than Michael Jordan, but I still love the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he does a lot of great things in the communities and with the schools and funding projects and things like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't understand why people it's a lot of people that really just, like you say, just don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, why?
They don't like him. And then too, I've never been a fan of P.
And Beyonce is another one.
Beyonce, there's some people that really, really like her. There's some people, and I personally cannot stand that mule husband she married to. He looked like
Brenda, what did he do to you personally? Because it sounded personal.
It's not a mule, it's actually a camel, but
good Lord.
No, I didn't. Whatever her sister,
Dr. Doolittle will be pleased with you, Emily.
And whatever P. Diddy did that had her sister to jump on him in that elevator tells me everything.
Solange, yes.
Solange whooped him. Remember that in the paper?
She did jump on him about her sister. I remember.
And it was about her sister too.
Uh-huh.
And by the way, you don't see them together, but you don't really see them all love, all booed up.
Mm-hmm.
Not like you used to. They used to see them all booed up, but I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think we're gonna just watch this whole story play out in the media.
Okay, one more question about that group of people. I saw on the news where they had some TMZ or something about what's the daughter's name?
Blue Ivy.
Blue Ivy.
Well, she had this dress on for the Mufasa movie,
premiere,
and she had this dress on that was
cut low,
and she's 12 years old.
Correct.
I don't even understand why there's even a question as to whether that girl should have been presented that way. I don't even see why. That just lets you know the state of the world now.
Yeah,
it's even a question. That it's even a debate. That little young 12-year-old girl does not have any business, to me, presenting herself in that way.
I agree with you. I saw the dress and I said, first of all, it aged, aged.
Right.
It made her
if you don't know that's Blue Ivy, and if there's not a sign that says this girl is 12 years old, and you just a strange person that don't know anything about her, don't know who she is, and you just see her photograph, somebody gonna get accused of child pornography or seeking out.
The dress was definitely too mature.
She does not look like a kid on that picture.
It was the dress itself was too mature for her. There's ways that style of dress could have worked for a 12-year-old, even if you would have did something that was a princess style or a princess cut,
I think so.
A different color.
Right.
It's all about how they put the outfit together. But what made it look so outrageous was the color, the cut, and the way it was. It's called a sweetheart neckline. The way the top of the dress was cut, it was definitely too mature. She looked too old.
Me, it was.
It definitely was not what a 12-year-old should be wearing. But you know what the argument is, because I said in 2025 that I just wasn't going to be going back and forth with people on social media. The argument that I had, that someone else had, was that, I mean, if y'all can't find nothing better to say, how y'all attacking a 12-year-old and da-da-da-da-da. So my comeback was, well, her mother is responsible for her.
That's right.
So if her mother has not taught her how to deal with social media and how to deal with things like that, that's Beyonce's issue. The second issue is it was her mother's decision to allow her to walk the red carpet in that. So with that being said, you as a performing and entertainer in her own right, you know that people are going to come for you. If you don't want your daughter to have nobody to come for, you can't dress her like that. Right. You can't put her out there like that. People are going to have their opinions. Just like, it's something going on with the little boy. She had a set of twins, a boy and a girl. She brings the two girls are always with her, but you never see the little boy. Now, it's rumored that the boy is autistic or that has some type of special needs. She's addressing it and saying that that's not the case, that he's shy and he doesn't like to be around large crowds.
But I tell you what else I saw too, Emily.
But that has nothing to do with anything. Okay, he don't like to be around large crowds. How come we ain't never seen no pictures of him?
All right. And let me ask you this. Did you see her dancing at the Super Bowl? Blue Ivy.
Yeah.
Dancing like her mama.
No, that was not at the Super Bowl. It was
at the Christmas thing.
At the Christmas thing.
Yeah, the Christmas
and she
game.
was up there dancing and shaking and carrying on. Like, see, I personally don't like that for little girls. You know, I'm not gonna let mine do that because because it attracts the wrong kind of energy. Because see, then I know I'm going to jail when somebody says something to her inappropriate. Now, they should not say anything to her inappropriate, but I'm putting her out there to and put her on Front Street. I just think you need to be careful of how you present your children. Period.
And that's how it starts. So everybody that loves Beyonce that are a part of the Beehive, of course, they're going to love everything she does for Blue Ivy. So now you have this entire culture and this entire generation of mothers that think that, okay, well, Blue Ivy is doing it. I'm going to put my daughter in an off-the-shoulder sweetheart cut gown. I'm going to put my daughter with a head full of weave all the way down to her butt. Man. I'm going to do this because if Beyonce did it and Beyonce is the queen bee, then I can do it too. So what it is it's creating a culture where we can't say anything negative, or it looks like, oh, you just being a hater. Oh, you just don't like her. Well, guess what? It's okay if I don't like her. It's not against the law for me not to like a singer. You may not like Michael Jackson and I may love him. I can't be mad at you because you don't. You love Prince. I don't. I can't. You see what I'm saying? But if you say anything bad about Beyonce, oh, they coming for you. And that's what I said, I think is an unhealthy culture, because Michael Jackson, somebody even said that Beyonce had surpassed Michael Jackson. I said never.
Nope.
Never will she ever. I said people don't pass out and faint when Beyonce walk on the stage, but they did when Michael walked out.
I want to go back to just, and just looking at her, because I tell you, I'm concerned and about the influence that social media and just media have, period. On, I took Denver to get her hair done. She want her hair loose. Okay. She want her hair, which is her natural hair, hanging down her back. That is because, just like you said, that is a repercussion of the blue ivies, the imagery, the blue ivies. I had, I let her go to Claire's. She come back with a tooth jewelry. I said, what is that? I said, you better take,
Yeah, so there's diamonds that they can put in your teeth, rhinestones, diamonds. Some of them are real diamonds, some are fake. But anyway, they can actually surgically put them on your teeth. So when you smile, you have diamonds in your teeth. So it's been a thing for about 3 years now. A lot of the celebrities have it, but it's becoming more available to regular people. And I know 2 people in Macon that actually do them.
And
they're not dentists,
by the way. And so I was like, this influence. By the way, it goes right on back to just the influence of that.
Lovers of themselves.
Johnny, look, you were making cracks. We,
2025 need to come on.
2025, no, girl, 2025 is gonna come. Let me tell you.
Well, the Bible speaks of it. We will become lovers of ourselves.
They
are so materialistic and that kind of stuff.
And by the way that the economy is shifting, because it's not going to be a whole lot of, it's going to be money, but we better be very, very careful.
And let me say this too, this side note, this has been coming all up and down my news feed. Y'all need to relax. Okay. There is not a plague of ants. I don't know if y'all have been noticing the ant piles all over.
But they are everywhere.
They're everywhere. And it's because, scientifically speaking, the ground was too wet. Remember, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, when we had that intense rain for days, and then it just rained, and that forces all the creatures from the whatever ants and whatnot to build their mounds on top instead of building the mounds underground. But everybody was like, it's the end of the day. Okay.
But they've been a lot of people are complaining about them being in the house and everywhere.
I haven't had any
Well,
ants, but
I don't think ants is not the plague.
But I do.
No, I don't think it's. But I'm saying they are every day. Like they're more prevalent now than
they are. But I just want to say that, like, we just try to put everything off on Jesus and God, and like, y'all stop, please.
They're getting ready now for the watch night. Child, they getting ready for Johnny. You know what? And this is
that is another thing that's changed so much, because when I was growing up as a child, what watch night meant was you were in church.
That's right.
At this when the clock struck 12.
Right.
Now people call it watch night, but they go to church and be out of church at 6 or 7 o'clock.
Yeah. So
and I'm like, why did you even go? Like, what?
That's what I said. I'm like, isn't the point you're supposed to stay in church until the clock strikes 12, everybody kiss, hug, blah, 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 and you out of there. At least when I was growing up, you out of there.
Because they said
12, 15, 12, 20, everybody going home.
They said what you were doing at the new year when it came in is more likely what you will do and find easier to do throughout the year.
That's correct.
And so if you are praising God when the clock strikes 12, and then you'll more than likely be able to resist the evils of the world and continue to praise God. Now that's what the old folks used to
that's
say.
what they say.
That's what the old folks
But I know
used
what
to say.
I used to be.
But now they out at 6 o'clock.
I said, I'm just to get my pocketbook now. But I'm just saying, to get my pocketbook and leave. But the historical
look.
Y'all are in rough form.
The historical
Emily,
meaning behind watch night, that was when the enslaved people stayed up at night to see what freedom felt like. That's the history.
Yes.
But I have to agree with you. When I was growing up, and even after I was grown, we were in church, and then we would go and I want to say that we had breakfast at church.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had breakfast. They would make, we would have like grits and eggs and stuff like that. And we'd maybe get home like at 2 o'clock between one. In fact, we didn't stay too much longer after, after church, so that we could eat breakfast and get home.
It's different now, man.
I don't understand it, but a lot of things have just kind of changed and shifted.
Yeah, because even if you are in church at 12, and then like immediately say after 12, then you like, we made it, and then 12:15. People let out.
Yeah.
The musicians be hurrying up trying to get to the club.
see.
I'm a lot of them. All church musicians don't play in clubs and things, but a lot of them do. And then they and you know what I don't find comfortable to receive is the ones that say that they have to play in the clubs and stuff because they are musicians and the church don't pay them enough for them to just support their families on the money that come from them being musicians and playing just at the church.
It depends on the church.
But I'm saying they don't know how to get another job.
But you know what, Johnny, I can't be judgmental with that.
I ain't being judgmental.
But whatever it is that they do, but I think it's a valid point that you just brought up about getting out of watch night service, at 7 o'clock.
I don't understand.
I don't understand it, but there's so many, y'all hear me. Y'all know me. I talk about Reverend chicken wing, pork chop, and neck bone. And a lot of these preachers and things like that. Not all, we got some good preachers. They do some unethical stuff.
No, people do because they're just people.
But they people, but the pastor do some unethical stuff.
Again, I think what made that such
because
they
don't get no tithe
because they started calling themselves reverend, and once they started that mess, I think that's when our expectations became so much higher of who was just simply a man just like you and I. But when they separated themselves with that word, because the word reverence in the Bible is reserved for God, is what it says. Reverence should be reserved for God. And so when you start associating yourself with that, then that means that you are godlike
Well,
at all times.
And by the way, I just, Emily and I were talking about, like
and none of us are. All of us fall
right.
short of the
We
glory
were talking
of God.
about
all of us.
We were talking about New Year's. Me,
all of
me,
us.
me,
Yeah.
But Johnny, you know what?
You too.
I ain't did nothing.
Oh Lord.
That's my trite phrase. I ain't did nothing. I typically every year, and I did not write down my vision last year, but I bet you I write my vision down this year.
But now you brought up a very interesting point when I was walking in. A lot of people don't know that is based from the Bible, the vision board.
It is.
That is from Habakkuk.
2:2.
Habakkuk.
I said I'll say Habakkuk, but
2:2. It's the second chapter.
Second chapter, second verse.
Yeah.
That there is communication in the Bible that speaks of vision boards.
It does. It says you're supposed to write your vision down so that God can see it and run with it.
Yes.
And so, but if you write it down, chances are you would have more of a connection to it and trying to make it happen. Because you write your vision down. Once you write your vision down, then you write your plans on how you plan to achieve your vision. And that's what and a lot of us don't do that. And then we be praying and ask God for, to take and actualize our vision.
Man, you just took that word right. I was about to say it becomes more actualistic if you write stuff down.
But we be asking God to take, God, I need you to do, it's transactional. God, I need you to do this. And if you do this for me, then I'll do this for you. People do that all the time.
Really? That's weird.
Oh, Emily, they do. You know what? Was it? I can't think.
I asked for stuff. I just asked for it.
I don't be asking God for nothing. Seriously, I thank God for everything. I just go ahead. I praise in advance. Seriously, that's what I do. I praise Him because I truly believe you should act as if you already have it. So I praise Him for actualizing my vision. Hey, Krista, how you doing?
Well, I agree with that, but I do be, the other day I needed Donnie to do me some spinach dip, so I did ask God to put it on her heart to make that spinach dip,
and she made it too.
She made it,
but you could.
I said, please be a fence for Donnie and let her make that spinach dip, and God said He put it on her heart, and she got that spinach dip for me.
See, that be them preachers with them. That's one of them grandchildren. See.
But
her granddaddy was a preacher, and see them.
But you know what though, Johnny? I do know.
Don't do brother Mathis.
Them PGKs.
You ain't lying. But I think that a lot of us, a lot of our listeners, I hope you are going to write down what it is that you would like to do during the year, and then make a plan, and then ask God to help you actualize that plan. You know what I mean? Work that plan. You gotta put it down. You gotta write it down. Even one year, Emily, I took it and wrote it down in my notes. The notes on the on my cell phone, and then I took a screenshot of it. And then every time I opened up my phone, I saw my notes.
Wow.
And so
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
It is.
It's a visual exercise.
It is.
So I saw it on there, and I wrote down the things that I wrote down my visions. And by the way, I was able to I saw the actualization of those visions because when you see it, and Johnny, it's real easy to do, just write it down, whatever it is that you would like to have. And I just did it. And I'm telling you guys, that's what you do. Go into your cell phone, go into notes, write down your vision, take a screenshot of it, and then use your screenshot as a background on your phone. And every time you open it up, you'll be reminded of what it is that you want to do.
And if you don't have a cell phone, if you still got a flip phone like I had, up until last week, if you still got a flip phone, you can write it down and put it on a piece of paper and put it on your mirror. Because, just put it somewhere in the house, hang it on the refrigerator. Those are good places to put it. The mirror or the refrigerator, put it in those places, or put it on your door So when you're about to walk out of your house, you will see it.
I'm gonna tell you the best place to put it. Y'all gonna think, and Johnny, go ahead, Emily, go ahead and get your pocketbook, cause you're getting ready to leave on this.
Oh Lord.
Go in there, if you have wherever you have like your what is that place where you have your toilet, where you sit and stuff, and that wall right there in front of that toilet. That's a great place to put your vision.
Oh, yeah, that's not a leavable.
Now that makes sense because
you sit there quite often.
And if you are not sitting in that space, it's time to go to the doctor.
That's true. So, but I mean, I wasn't gonna say it on air, but I'm like, that is a great place. I know a lot of people have their vision right on the back of the door, and so when they sit, they can see it. But it's like wherever you're going to use, wherever you're going to see it, you need to have it so that you can see it, and and work that thing.
That's a great idea.
Well, thank you. I figured you was gonna get your pocketbook.
So Brenda, so 2024 did not end without Brenda hearing from you. That's a great idea. You made it, Brenda.
That was on her vision board.
Yeah,
that was on my vision board.
You made it.
But the funny thing to me is that all these New Year's resolutions, because everybody like they say, "What's your New Year's resolution?" I'm like, "What that mean?"
We were talking about this earlier.
There are a lot of traditions for New Year's, like even with the menus. There's a cultural.
It is a cultural
tradition about New Year's.
It is for those
Black people and black eyed peas.
Black eyed peas,
and hog maw.
Right? Black eyed peas is supposed to bring you good luck, and greens is about money.
And so, listen, y'all know Anderson Country Kitchen, 1224 Eisenhower. On New Year's Day, we will be serving black eyed peas and hog maws and collard greens and turnip greens and all that good stuff.
I don't. But how does
it? Is it hog moss?
Maws. Hog maws.
Hog maws.
It's the jaws of the hog.
Yeah, they're supposed to, like, for years and years and centuries, black folk been thinking that was like
that was the thing you would have
blessing.
But the hog maw looks something like bacon, when you like, I want to, but it's just a piece of fat, that you cook with them. But yeah, we had
hog maws.
When they say the pig is eating from the hooter to the tooter,
right?
It really is.
And
everything about a pig is in danger.
Then they had something about you want to have a man come into your house first.
I had an aunt. She would make sure, like she would be at church. Back in the day, at 12 o'clock, she was going to be at church, but she would give me her key and say, you make sure you go by my house and you walk through my house and leave the key up on the flower pot or something like that. You ain't got to stay there till I come. But she made sure it was a male.
Had to be a man.
To walk through the
What's
women.
the significance of that?
Women believe that with their whole
soul. And any of our listeners out there, if y'all know about a man coming into the house first and you know what that means, give us a call. That number is 478-250-1444. Again, that number is 478-250-1444. Yeah, I heard that. Boy, you don't let no woman come. And I tell you what else. I tell you another one. Don't have no dirty clothes in your house on New Year's either. Don't have no dirty clothes in your house. You better be in there. In fact, I'm washing them up.
Ironically, I was actually washing all day today. But what is that? I've never heard that.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't they say you're not supposed to wash on New Year's Day or something?
Not supposed to wash.
It's a lot of culture. Maybe these things are just Southern and Georgia stuff. But a lot of these things I remember very
The only
much.
thing that I knew that we were supposed to do was have the black eyed peas and the greens. But all this other stuff is just like,
it's something about the broom, sweeping
the porch and stuff, and
and
don't sweep your foot or something like that.
I've heard not sweeping a person, that's supposed to be bad luck or something like that. Sweeping a person's foot, but
no,
and putting a pocketbook, or y'all call them pocketbooks, on the floor.
Yeah, but that wasn't necessarily New Year's.
Yeah, but this is New Year's Day stuff.
New Year's stuff, and they did not. I mean, boy, I knew we had to have them clothes washed.
Yeah,
now, they didn't have to be fold, but they had to be washed.
That's right.
Somebody please call in 478-250-1444. Call in and tell us what that means, what that represents. Having to have the clothes washed before New Year's and having a man walk through your house.
Walk to the front door.
Walk through the front door.
You let that be the first, and then now now Johnny talked about the thing about make sure whatever you're doing on New Year's night, that pretty much you need to make sure it was pleasant, because whatever it was, it's going to follow you.
It was pleasant, all right.
See, let me get my pocketbook. That it's going to follow you the rest of the year.
I just said it was pleasant.
Lord.
But yeah, absolutely. What? Why we're absent one from another.
I'm trying. Lord.
But that's what that's pretty much. There were a lot of I won't call them superstitions and things like that, but I don't know. Mama dealt with the black eyed peas and the collard greens and stuff like that, but my daddy was always the first one to come through the door at night, so it didn't matter because my daddy was the first one. But yeah, and it was certain things that you just didn't do.
So what is the difference between a New Year's resolution and a vision? So what's the difference between a resolution and a vision?
Johnny, you the wordsmith.
You know what? Actually, that is a good question.
I know.
And if I had to try to make an analogy of that, I would say it's like the same difference of reality and actuality. Like they both are very synonymous in a whole lot of areas, but then there is this little difference. Like it's
hard to
vision,
right?
It's a thin line. There's a slight difference,
But see, I let me just say with that resolution,
I think it's a thought versus an action. The resolution is a thought. I can say, New Year's I'm going to lose 10 pounds. But when you actually do a vision requires a plan of action, and that requires you to actually have to write it down and visualize it. Hence the term vision. So I would think that the resolution is something verbal, and the vision is actually something that's actual.
It's like, I remember
physical.
one time somebody had this, I'm trying to, like an oasis. And if you imagine something, it's two different things. Although the oasis is something you saw that didn't exist, but they still are saying that you weren't using your imagination to create this thing you see with your vision in your head. It was a weird conversation, and you just made me think about
it's
that.
a weird, I brought it.
We got a caller.
Hello, caller. How are you?
Hello.
Hey,
caller. If you're listening on the radio, please call us back. And if you call us back, turn your radio down a little bit.
Yeah.
That'll make it seem strange if you've got your radio turned up. But
you
we'd
know,
certainly like to hear from you.
certainly would. I think that a lot of times, to me, when you say a resolution, I'm not sure, it's not. I know it's not the
Yeah, that's
same.
it. Resolution and vision.
Hey, how are you?
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Lala Harris, how are you?
I'm good.
Listen, I'm loving your show. You guys are really covering the basics tonight and preparing people for New Year's Eve, and I wanted to commend you for that. And when
Thank
you were talking about the black eyed peas and the hog jaw and stuff, they said it was for good luck, but I always wonder why the black eyed peas and the hog jaws.
That's what we wonder.
Yeah.
We wonder what was up with the black eyed peas. But it was economical now, because think about it, those black eyed peas, they were dry peas.
Well, what about the man walking through the front door?
Have you heard about that? The man walked through the front door.
What does that mean?
I heard about that. It was kind of like the same thing as once a woman has a baby, getting someone that she valued to take the baby around the house, because that was supposed to be the person that you kind of want to pattern. You want to make sure that you got that particular head type coming in your door to bless your house.
Okay.
To bless your house.
I never heard about having somebody to hold your baby, because it would.
Wow.
That's great. I didn't hear about that, but Do you have any other New Year's traditions or sayings that you may have grown up with?
Well, in actuality, I've just been sitting here listening to you guys, and most of it you all covered. To tell the truth, the most of it you all have covered, and you're doing a good job of it. So, the most I can say at 75 years old is to keep up the good work.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And you be blessed and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Good Lord have mercy. I done went back. See, there I go.
You all are quite a trio. I love the way y'all deal with each other. You can talk about each other, talk to each other, love on each other. I love that.
Well, thank you so much.
Well, it's genuine. We all do love each other.
We really do.
We all friends.
Thank you. And I'm going to say it right this time. Thank you. Happy New Year.
Okay.
Look at me, I got it right.
All right.
All right. Be blessed. Thank you.
The tradition of having a man walk through the front door on New Year's Eve is based on the idea that the first person to enter a home on New Year's Day will bring good luck for the coming year. This tradition is known as first footing and is part of folklore in Scotland, Northern England, and the Isle of Man.
So it's actually not one of our true traditions. It's one we picked up from the Scottish.
Then it says, we believe the first dark-haired man to set foot over your threshold would bring with him good luck.
Crystal said, but doesn't the man that walks in the house have to have money in his pocket?
Hey, but along those same lines, this one says he had also to bring in the silver, the coal, and the wood that you had put out the night before.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right, Crystal, you hit it. She said he need to have some money in his pocket. I just know to make sure that
because it's like you can't just have a crackhead walk through your house, walk through your front door, and walk back out. I mean,
I don't think you need no crackhead.
I mean, okay.
But you know what though? That's real interesting. These things. But it's something with the broom too, though. I know it's something with the broom. I just don't know what it is, but it is something with that.
But I think we were talking about vision boards. I really think that people should actually write down a vision. If you can't get a board and you can't get magazines, because I've seen some really elaborate ones where they have, like the big poster boards, and then they cut out pictures from magazines and everything to kind of, make a visual of whatever their vision is and a plan. But I think instead of doing a resolution, write down a plan, a vision. Well, a vision, have your vision, and then write down a plan that's going to help you get to your vision.
And by the way,
because a resolution is just
just that. But see, the Bible don't say anything about a resolution. If you're a Bible believing person, the Bible says write your vision down, make it plain so God can run with it. And so that's basically if sometimes we have not, and the Bible says, and I hope I'm getting this right because y'all know I can mess up some stuff. You have not because you ask not.
That was correct, Brenda, and don't try to do no more. That was good.
Just let it go.
Let it go. You did good. You got 100 on the test. Don't be shooting for no A+.
Wade said a resolution is something that an individual chooses to do something or not do something. A vision is something that is planned in the future.
Well, absolutely.
Okay.
And it is planned.
That's close to what I was trying to get across. That's the thin line.
And by the way, and since it's planned, when you make a plan, then you have to go in and then you have to create a,
working synopsis.
You got to work it. You just can't you write a vision without a plan is nothing.
It's nothing. Now look, here's some other stuff. It says calling out the single ladies out there. If you're hoping to get cuffed, it said that if you peer out of your bedroom window as soon as you wake up on New Year's Day and you see a man walk by, you could expect a ring before the end of the year. Y'all ever heard of that one?
What kind of ring?
Ring.
I don't know. I hadn't heard that one.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. If you urinate outside of your bedroom window, but on New Year's Day.
No, if you look outside of your bedroom window.
And there's a man walking by. That means
if the first person you see is a man,
then you'll get a ring. You'll be married or something or engaged for. Johnny, you better make sure you walk past Emily's window.
All right now.
He's trying to marry me off, Brenda.
Yeah.
We don't like the single Emily.
Why not?
See how she turned on you? See how she turned on you?
We want to marry.
I thought the single Emily is wonderful.
That's what you would think. But you remember, y'all, I love y'all. But remember what y'all said. We don't like single Brenda.
Okay, now here it says, eat black-eyed peas and collard greens. Southerners will probably be familiar with the New Year's Eve day menu. Eating black-eyed peas and collard greens on the first day of the new year is supposed to bring good luck and prosperity, aka money, honey. Honestly, doesn't sound like a bad combo for your hangover either. Don't clean your house. Looking for an excuse not to tidy up, according to Chinese lore, tidying up your house on New Year's Day is thought to clean away the good luck you stored up for the new year.
Oh, they said don't clean the house. Well,
Do not on New Year's Day.
Well,
like you were saying,
because I'm cleaning before. Yeah.
Yeah, like you were saying, you do it before.
Yeah, because I want the house. I always like to go into the new year with a clean home.
Me too. Now, Crystal talking about a ring around your tub, ain't she? Girl. You know what though? I would have to say that I remember 2019.
You say don't be loaning out no money.
I believe that.
On New Year's Eve. If you're gonna loan out any money, don't loan no money out until January the 2nd. So don't loan it out on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day.
I don't care what they tell you. But real talk. When I married Henry, my plan. I said, 2019. I said I would be married at the end of 2019. I said 2020 will not roll around here without me having a husband. And I said that. And poof, poof, and there came Henry. So I do believe in speaking it, speaking things into existence. I believe in manifesting, I believe in that.
Here go another one real quick. Check this out. Don't steer clear of lobster and chicken. It says if you eat lobster, they walk backwards and your good luck and stuff will be walking back off. And the chicken got wings and your luck can fly away. Y'all go out find another one soon.
Look here. Now, no chicken can't
doing
fly.
Too much with that one.
They doing too much. Now, you know what, Johnny? Some doggone chicken ain't flying. He ain't doing nothing. He too fat to fly. Now, if it was like like a fowl or something like that, what I'm talking about, some of them game birds or something like that, that'd be something different. But no, chicken ain't flying. Now, I could see them saying something about something walking back.
I'm just saying, if you're hoping for 2025, that it would be a spicy year for you, make sure you slip on some red panties before heading out.
Just stop it. Stop. You know what?
I promise it says this right
here.
But
that don't mean that you need to say it on the air. You're gonna get us kicked off.
Not saying that.
The bishop gonna be calling us talking about Johnny Gill's song.
I'm just reading what they saying.
So put on Johnny Gill's song. What that's all? Put
slip
on
your
red dress
and slip on your high heels. And some of that sweet perfume.
All right.
So looks good on you.
All right, that's it right there. But you know what, Johnny? It's all kind of little stuff out there. And I just think, I
got one more.
Okay, you got one more. What is
that? Is that everybody knows about. And I probably go, what they now? Firecrackers and noisemakers became a part of New Year's celebrations around the world because folklore says that loud sounds will ward off evil spirits. This superstition is cool and all, but it probably won't work on your neighbors.
Well, you know what? Now, see, I got good neighbors.
Now, that's kind of universal, though. I'm saying that's out of all these little things I was reading, the one that's probably just the most universal,
right,
is the one with the loud noise and the firecrackers and the gunshots and all that. That's like all over.
Yeah, I didn't even
everywhere.
think about it because they always, they always shoot guns at. I didn't know where that tradition came
the firecrackers. look this up. I think I'm almost positive that was an ancient Chinese tradition.
Yeah,
that
but-
we pull a tradition that we pulled from the Chinese.
But
Firecrackers was an Asian thing.
But the guns and stuff probably is
That was us. That was Americans, because you know we love our guns.
You know, and we be shooting up in the air.
Yeah, they don't be shooting in the air in China. They have firecrackers. We just can't afford the firecrackers, so we just shoot the guns.
We just be shooting the guns and stuff out.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to know one thing, Emily. Are you gonna be performing on New Year's Eve?
Actually, I'm not this year, and I'm not
Really?
mad about it. I'm not.
Oh wow, we need to get together. What about you, Johnny? Are you performing? Because you know you in the band too now.
No, well, actually, my first performance is January the 5th at Overtime.
Somebody told me, said they saw Johnny out, and they said, "Wow, I didn't know he could sing." I'm like, "Yeah, Johnny can sing. Emily can too." I said, "I'm the only one that can't sing in the group." They say he was Johnny. I don't know where you might have been were you in Atlanta lately singing?
Yes.
At
the Renaissance Concourse Hotel
And
at
you were
the
at
airport.
the Pink Lions Club.
Yeah,
At the,
but this was
Black-
for the AKAs. This was a lot of them.
No, it might have been because I interact with some people and they said, "Wow, I didn't know that."
Yeah,
Johnny
I think
could
that
sing."
was the Concourse Airport Hotel Renaissance thing, and because that was right after I came from Syracuse, so we had performed at Syracuse on Friday, and then that Saturday we went.
Well,
in
they
Atlanta.
said you sung so good.
Well, tell them I said thank you. We had a good time.
I did tell him. I said, "Well,
Yeah.
Johnny." I said, "Well, did he do the lion dance?" I'm just saying, cause he can. Lion.
Say what you want, but I'm here to stay. I'm just a mean old lion. You can go where you want. Don't get in my way. I'm a mean old lion. You'll be standing in a draft if you don't hear me laugh. I was being they got me on here being
Old
silly.
acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind.
If you know all the words to this, she gonna prove she ain't really black.
In the days of old lang syne.
She might be the real European here.
She's a real European.
Yeah.
Syne, my dear. Old
We appreciate you. We love you so much. Thank you. We'll see you in 2025 on the radio.
Brenda Sutton. That's every Monday. We'll see you there.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980 AM, the Glory Media Group, LLC, WDDO AM, its staff, management, or advertisers, but are the views and opinions of the participants of the broadcast.
Connecting the community through gospel. The new 107.9 FM, W300EB, Macon, and WDDO 980 AM, Perry, Macon.